The business models that quietly make millions. No fame, no hype. Let me start with a simple question. Why do we know the names of influencers, celebrities, and startup founders who burn cash, but we don't know the names of people quietly making millions every year? Why is the loudest business often the weakest, and the quietest business often the strongest? Today, we're going to talk about a side of money and business that almost nobody shows on social media. Not flashy. Not viral. Not glamorous. But extremely profitable. These are the business models that quietly make millions, without fame, without hype, and without attention. Stay till the end, because one of these models might already exist around you, and you've been ignoring it. Let's begin with an uncomfortable truth. The internet has trained us to believe that success must look exciting. Big launches. Luxury lifestyles. Personal brands. Constant noise. But real wealth often prefers silence. Why? Because attention attracts competition. And competition kills profit. This is the first principle rich business owners understand. Low noise usually means low competition. Now let's talk about boring businesses. Most people run away from boring. Why? Because boring doesn't give dopamine. It doesn't give social validation. It doesn't impress friends. But boring businesses solve real problems, repeatedly. And solving real problems consistently is where money lives. Let me give you a real-world style example. Think about logistics. No one dreams of starting a logistics company. There are no motivational reels about warehouse management. No podcasts glorifying truck routing. Yet logistics companies make billions. Why? Because every product you touch has traveled through logistics. Food. Clothes. Electronics. Medicine. Logistics is invisible, but essential. And essential businesses don't depend on trends. They depend on demand. This is why boring businesses survive economic cycles. Now let's zoom into B2B services. Business-to-business services are one of the most underrated money machines. Why? Because businesses pay better than individuals. A consumer complains about a small price increase. A business looks at return on investment. Let's say you provide a service that helps companies save time or reduce costs. Payroll processing. Compliance management. Industrial cleaning. IT maintenance. Accounting services. None of these are exciting. But companies don't stop needing them. Even during recessions. Now compare this with consumer-facing hype businesses. Trends change. Attention shifts. Algorithms change. But B2B relationships last years. This is why many millionaires you've never heard of run B2B service companies. They don't chase likes. They chase contracts. Here's another example most people overlook. Licensing businesses. Licensing is when you create something once and get paid repeatedly. It could be a software license, a patented design, a training curriculum, a process framework, a brand used by others. Most people think licensing is only for big companies. That's not true. Small businesses license training programs to corporates, educational content to institutions, manufacturing designs to factories. One creation, multiple users, ongoing income, silent, scalable, powerful. Now let's talk about why low competition industries win. Competition increases marketing costs. Competition reduces pricing power. Competition increases stress. Rich business owners often ask a different question. Where is demand high, but attention low? These are industries where work is unglamorous. Skills are specialized. Knowledge takes time to build. Examples include waste management services, industrial equipment maintenance, cold storage facilities, niche manufacturing components, compliance consulting. Most people don't enter these fields because they look hard. But difficulty is a barrier, and barriers protect profit. This is a key lesson. If everyone is excited about an industry, profits are already shrinking. If everyone avoids an industry, opportunity is often hiding there. Now let me tell you a short illustrative story. A young entrepreneur wanted to start a business. He looked at social media and saw everyone launching online brands. Ads were expensive. Competition was brutal. Instead of following the crowd, he noticed something else. Local factories struggled with machine maintenance delays. He learned a specific repair skill. Built a small team. Focused on reliability. No Instagram fame. No viral videos. 5 years later, his calendar was fully booked. Factories paid him not for excitement, but for certainty. That's what boring businesses sell. Certainty. Now let's talk about why silence often equals profit. Public attention brings copycats, price wars, unnecessary pressure. Quiet businesses grow through referrals, long-term contracts, repeat customers. They don't need to explain themselves to the world. They let numbers speak privately. This is why many wealthy business owners don't look rich. No flashy cars. No public flexing. Because their money works best when unnoticed. Another real-life pattern. Many rich families pass down boring businesses across generations. Warehousing. Manufacturing units. Distribution networks. Not because they're exciting, but because they are resilient. Trends die. Infrastructure survives. Now let's make this practical for you. You don't need to start big. Ask these questions. What problems do businesses repeatedly face? What services are essential but ignored? What skills are rare but needed? Look around your city. Who keeps factories running? Who handles compliance? Who manages logistics? Who maintains systems others depend on? That's where quiet money lives. Here's another key lesson. Rich people don't chase fast money. They chase dependable money. Fast money creates noise. Dependable money creates peace. And peace allows long-term thinking. That's why these businesses compound quietly. Now let's address a mindset shift. You don't need to be famous to be rich. Fame is loud income. Assets are silent income. The loudest businesses fight for attention. The quietest businesses build moats. If you remember only one thing from this video, remember this: profit follows problems, not popularity. The world doesn't reward who shouts the loudest. It rewards who solves the hardest, quietest problems consistently. This is WiseTalk. Where we don't chase hype, we understand reality. If this opened your eyes, stay with the channel. Because true wealth is rarely trending. It's usually working silently in the background.